Going live.
Well, it says we're live. Are we live?
Yeah.
Let me fix my hat.
Oh yeah. Why not?
Well, hello everybody from. I forgot my drink. Hello and cheers from Grenada.
Yeah, we made it.
We made
Yay.
it. Here, I know you drank it all. You want to toast us anyway? Cheers.
Cheers. Nice. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We're pretty new to the live thing. We're going pretty low tech. We just got a computer set up and doing it, and we did a little concert once, but Lauren did all the computer stuff down below while I played. So stop.
Thank you.
This guy's probably going to go do other things in a minute, right?
After this, maybe. Hey, I'm gonna do towels. Yeah, we're gonna do towels.
Cool.
So anyway, yeah, we're live from Grenada.
Live from Grenada.
This is behind the scenes. This is how we always act all awkward on camera, and then we have to like cut it out.
Yeah, Lauren makes it look better than it is.
Hello to Tampa.
Hey, get your hands off the table.
All right, I'm gonna go put him down. You do things.
Hey guys, thanks for all the comments. We'll try to catch these as we're going if you have any questions or anything. Yeah, we didn't have a video out this week. Obviously, part of the reason for that was our passage down here sort of changed up right in the middle. We had left on Saturday from St. John, from the east end of St. John, planning to make the passage down. But as we got out there, I don't know how far we were. We were sailing most of the day. The wind and waves built quite a lot, and the squalls just hit us one after the other, just repeated barrage of them.
We had two in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and they were pretty substantial. They weren't Captain Ron style, but they were 30 knots, low 30s, with some pretty big waves, and they lasted for a while. Couldn't dodge them. But it was just getting worse and worse. And we had quite a lot of time to get down here. We needed to be here in a 3-day window. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But St. Croix, well, we kind of altered our path to aim really more straight towards Grenada. That put St. Croix off our starboard beam a couple hours, and we just kind of made a game time decision to go to port in St. Croix, run away, and stay there for a couple days, wait for the weather. The weather was supposed to improve over the next couple days, and frankly, if we hadn't been trying to hit this 3-day arrival time, we probably would have waited in the first place. So we had just decided, let's just go into St. Croix. We'll wait. If that makes us late getting here, we'll,
deal with it.
We'll deal with it. Yeah.
There wasn't really anything said about being late if trying to get here, so we don't really know what the consequences would have been. But luckily, we weren't.
Yeah.
So
we had a few things as we were about to take off from St. John. We were just kind of behind with the general preparation of the boat and doing all the mechanical checks and all that. And then we had one mechanical issue with doesn't sound like a big deal, but it was a broken hose clamp on our shaft seal, which is what basically keeps the water out of the boat. The shaft runs through it and into the water. We have a dripless version, and it was not dripless anymore. I don't know when that had corroded and fallen off, because I take a look at that pretty often. But the part that's corroded is underneath, and you can't really see that. Anyway, so we had kind of that stalled us. I had spares, and I put them on, and we tested it. That gave us kind of a weird feeling to put that on and just go, but it all seemed like it was fine, and it was. I don't know, we talked about it later, and we kind of had not like the best happy feelings when we'd left the first time.
right.
So making the decision to duck and run to St. Croix was not. We didn't talk about it that much.
No.
I'm like, St. Croix's like right over there,
Right.
and Lauren's like, cool.
Yeah.
And
We could see it on the radar, the
yeah,
squall coming, and it
Yeah.
just kind of kept getting bigger and bigger. I was like, all right, let's get out.
yeah, we
We're
got hit
done.
by a massive one after we turned to St. Croix.
Yeah.
So we had a great time in St. Croix for 2 days. Hung out.
Yeah.
Kind of got the boat in a little bit better. Not that it was in bad condition, but we just like to go over everything before going on a big passage, and I felt a lot better about it. We rented a car and drove around the island, which was something we'd wanted to do. So that worked out. That worked out well. So we wound up leaving on Tuesday from St. Croix to here, and we got here in just less than 3 days. Showed up this morning about 10:30. But that little extra few days made it pretty much impossible for us to get a video out today.
Yeah.
Sounds like you could just spend all this boring time while you're cruising on a passage editing and getting the video ready, but not on a passage where you're sailing hard almost the entire time, which we were. Which is good. We had good wind. We were kind of sailing into the wind most of the way. Pretty decent waves too, but it just, when the boat's moving like that, there's not much eddying going on. So this week you get this, which
You're welcome.
yeah.
So much more exciting.
Wow, we got somebody watching from Hong Kong. That is so cool.
Wow.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This was kind of a last minute thing we decided to do, so we thank y'all for watching. We kind of realized that we will talk about it in episodes, obviously, that are coming up, but we haven't talked much about why we needed to come to Grenada and the situation in being able to come here. Some of you may know a lot of this stuff, but some may not. Grenada is a very popular place for cruisers in hurricane season, mostly for insurance reasons, because it lies south of the belt where most hurricanes pass. They have very, very few instances of damaging storms down here. So a ton of cruisers bring their boats down here every single year. Some stay here, some haul them out. Just varies depending on people's situations. So when COVID hit, all these islands shut down, and they're all still shut down. Just now, there's a couple places that we could get into.
Right.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines we could get into now.
But that just happened like
Really
maybe
recently.
2 weeks ago.
And that's just north of here, but it's still not an insurance coverage area.
Yeah.
So that's why people needed to get to Grenada. Now, what happened was Grenada is still closed. Their borders are closed to marine and air traffic completely right now, with no immediate signs of opening up. But an organization down here, MAAG, and I cannot tell you what that stands for right now. I forget. They're awesome because they saw the need for so many people to get their boats down here, a very serious problem. And they worked it out with the Grenadian government to have special consideration made for people like us to be able to clear in. But what we had to do is they literally set up a thing on, like, it was called Eventbrite. It's like Ticketmaster. Well, for $25, you buy a 3-date time. And they had them all set up on a page. You pick when you wanted to come. And then you had to be here within those 3 days. Ours was July 15th through the 17th. And once here, you go to a marina over here. You're only allowed to step off the dock within this one little area. They give you a questionnaire. There were some other forms we had to fill out beforehand, health forms and things like that. And then you basically go into quarantine. It was originally 14 days. They've recently taken that down to 10 days for most.
They say anywhere between 10 to 14 days.
Yeah.
They don't give you a hard date. So
they're trying for 10.
Right.
Yeah.
The goal is to get everybody out by 10, but if it takes till 14, then it takes till 14, and that's just
And I
get a deal.
think they're mostly granting people time for travel. If you're at sea for 3 or 4 days, they're giving you credit for that. So we are in quarantine right now. We're at anchor. We are not allowed off the boat for 10 days minimum. No, to do anything. We can go take trash to the dock, but we can't get off the boat. They'll take it for us. There's a few.
We can pick up groceries. We can order groceries, and they'll pick them up at the dock at the same place. But that has to all be arranged beforehand. We have to talk to them. We have to talk to the dock. We have to like make sure nobody else is there.
And carry out. There's a couple places they're doing like carry out pizza and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome that they've done this because, like I said, it is not open. You can't come to Grenada just willy-nilly. So here we are. That's why we needed to get here, and that's why we had a specific window we needed to get here in. And here we are. Yeah. So we intentionally kind of picked a later date, knowing that the real hurricane season doesn't really kick in until, generally speaking, mid to late August.
Knock on wood.
Right. So far we're here. So
luckily we didn't get any really early hurricanes, but we're all good.
And we knew that if worst came to worst, we could always just hightail it down here if something did show up, and we'll figure it out once we got here. Yeah.
We'll at least be it.
So we're here for the duration of hurricane season, which means we'll be able to, once we're out of quarantine, they've got all the same kind of stuff in place on the island with masks and social distancing and everything like that. But it sounds like most things are open. So we'll be able to enjoy Grenada. There's so much stuff we can't wait to do here.
Yeah. We do have to take a COVID test after our quarantine is over. And they took our temperature today.
We were all cool as cucumbers, man.
I was 94.
Lauren was 94. She was barely alive.
I was sweating, and she was like, "I'm 94." Never been that chill in my life.
Somebody asked where Rivers is. He was here at the very beginning, and he quickly got bored with us and went downstairs.
Yeah.
So
we'll get him back up afterwards. Luke wants to know how Zeke did, and did he poop on the boat?
Zeke did not poop on the boat, but he did pee.
He did pee, and he's really, really upset that we've not taken him to shore, even though we can see it. Like, you can see it right there.
He's seriously I wish you could see him right now. He's giving us a side eye.
We could. Can we do this?
Show him.
Oh,
that's the look he's been giving us for a while now.
He's so mad. So he doesn't understand.
We literally had to, when we pulled up to the dock to do our little questionnaire and all that, we had to put him in one of the bedrooms downstairs because we were sure he was going to just vault over the lifelines and onto shore, which they wouldn't allow that.
He's a good boy, but I don't trust him. He's
too good. He wants to be with us all the time.
But he did pee, and he peed pretty early on, so I think we can get him.
He did, and it was his own. It was nighttime again, wasn't it? He always picks nighttime.
Yeah, the sun was going down.
Yeah, it was getting dark, and I could see him looking longingly down the rail like he wanted to go up front. So I clipped on and walked up there with him, and we were pounding on some waves at the time, and so he had to kind of like spread all 4 legs out and brace himself, but he took care of business. It took him a while too.
Yeah, everybody else's bowel movements are good too.
Everybody else is doing fine.
We're all regular.
Got Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Ohio, that's our state, Texas, New Mexico.
Thanks for joining us.
Norway, nice. Georgia. Savannah, Georgia, CNC 33, sweet.
Cool. So yeah, we're excited to be here. We're excited to explore. Rivers really wants to see actually, the only thing he wants to do is a playground. He also is pretty sad that we can't get off the boat yet, but yeah, we'll get there soon. But Carriacou is open.
Carriacou is part of Grenada.
Right. So
the governance, I guess.
Once we get out of here, we'll go explore that.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which we mentioned, is north of here. So we'll figure out some system of checking that out. Yeah. We'll see how things start to open up, and if we can kind of maybe go back and forth. I don't know about that. But.
We talked about going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines first, even though it wasn't technically below the belt, the hurricane. I guess it's not the hurricane belt, but the hurricane zone that we had to be in for insurance reasons. But because you have to get a COVID test right away, and it's the one that's through the nose. And so like heard that that's like the worst pain ever. And I couldn't do that to Rivers and not like explain.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be bad enough that he has to get a pinprick on.
Right. We
his finger,
got to
but-
do the rapid test here.
Yeah.
Which is cheaper and not so painful. So I'm not sure why.
I don't know.
I don't think it's as accurate. It can give false positives, I think.
Hmm.
And so
I guess
then
that
you
would make sense.
so if it tests positive, then you have to get the other one.
Yeah.
In addition. So
Somebody from Portugal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How warm is it here? I think we saw it was 80,
like mid 80s. Yeah. It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels nice, like a little bit cooler than it did in the Virgin Islands to me. Water felt nice. I took a little swim today. Somebody mentioned the shoreline behind us.
Yeah,
It
it's really
is
pretty.
really, really pretty.
And this is like the small part of it. You should see the mountains.
Yeah, you could see the mountains for quite a ways when we were
Yeah.
showing up. I don't know if I can give you guys a little bit of a.
Out of the way.
Can I see a little bit from this angle?
Yeah. We are, what are we? We're an hour ahead. So, no, we're an hour behind. It's 5 o'clock here right now. And it is 6 o'clock.
No,
in-
it's 6 o'clock here. It's 7 o'clock
No,
there.
it's 5 o'clock. Oops, it's 5:19 here.
Oh, okay. Well, clearly I don't know what I'm talking about.
And not everywhere, obviously. If you're in Norway or Hong Kong, it's not going to be there. But in Ohio, it's 6 o'clock. But the sun is going down already.
And yeah, so that kind of answered this question. We can't swim off the boat. The thing that they aren't allowing is like paddle boards or those kind of things.
Right. They don't want you visiting any other boats.
Yeah.
Because that obviously will.
That
It's not quarantining.
that is a
So
no-no.
even
Yeah.
if you were just to paddleboard around, they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to swim up to other boats, but they recognize the fact that you do have to do something.
Yeah.
So swimming's okay, snorkeling's okay, as long as it's all around like your own boat and you don't try and go anywhere else.
And never too old adventures. Yes, once cleared in, we can cruise around Grenada and Carriacou. I think right now you just have to let the Coast Guard know. And from what we've heard, they're always just like, okay, cool.
Right. And we have a health certificate, a temporary one, and we'll get like a permanent one once we actually get cleared. That I assume if need be, we have to present to anybody who would see. Goodness, it's really early. In Norway.
20 a.m. in Norway. Time to go to bed.
I don't blame you. I'm tired.
Yeah, we don't stay up that late anymore.
Yeah, we're not locked up.
Yeah,
We're,
exactly. Yeah, we're happy to be here, and
It's raining.
10 days is going to be a little difficult with Rivers. He's going to get very bored and very tired of us. The lady that checked us in, she's with the health organization. She brought up that we should email MAG organization and explain to them that we have been in the Bahamas first since December, and then the Virgin Islands since April, and that we have a 4-year-old, and they might give us cut a few days off of our quarantine. I don't know if they really will, but we'll probably try that just to see.
Can't hurt.
Yes, we definitely will have to collect Zeke's business.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Fun.
Boat life.
Yeah.
But
It's the glamorous part. Picking up
Yeah.
your dog's poop and putting it in a bag, keeping it.
keeping it.
Yeah. Is there anything else we haven't?
Yeah. If there's any more questions, throw them at us.
Glenn, you are as salty as us. You were the saltiest when we were all sailing together.
We were pretty salty. Nobody took a shower for 4 days. But we all took showers today. It was like the first thing we did.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing we did was get a drink. So this is not the first
Rivers took a
thing.
bath in the cockpit, so he was pretty excited about that.
Mhm.
Um,
There are no COVID cases in Grenada right now. That's one of the questions.
Yeah.
So they're keeping it that way, and they're being really, really strict. And
I read something that
On top of
somebody
that.
just cleared into Trinidad, and they had left Grenada, and 2 people tested positive.
Mhm.
So, it's creeping around, but compared to any place else, the Caribbean in general is extremely COVID free. It's very, very, very few cases. So, yeah, you're right. It is getting kind of crazy there in the U.S. We're keeping our fingers crossed for everybody.
yeah, we had pretty much had planned on going home in August, and that's definitely not happened. Home to Ohio. But
World Sailing Vessel Ladybug needs an intro song for their channel, and what would we charge them? That's a tough one, because if you saw how long it took me to like get around to that song, I gave up on it several times before finally getting something that worked. So I appreciate it that you like it though. So I don't know if I'm in a creative position to charge for intro songs right now though. Yeah, are they sending our kids in school here in Grenada?
I don't know. I know there's like some programs that you can put in that the kids can go to, but I don't know if schools are actually open or if that's just
because we had considered are considering putting Rivers in a I guess like a Montessori or preschool.
Yeah, it was Montessori school.
They have some here that sort of cater to cruisers, part-time, temporary enrollment. Because I know he would love that, and it'd be a good experience for him to do something like that. So we're gonna look into it. We don't really know what the situation is. But
yeah,
we'll find out.
Yeah, we got lots of time to do lots of research.
Yeah, we're also going to research marinas. We haven't stayed in a marina since the Berry Islands back in December, and we really enjoyed not staying at marinas, but it is kind of nice. I think we're going to find one here and stay for a few days, just as a little
we did it.
pat on our backs, and it's nice to be able to, plug in, cool the boat down, dry it out, clean the just living snot out of everything. So we may do that. We're going to research that while we're here at Anchor as well. But
yeah.
Aside from that, we're just going to sit here, enjoy the view, have some drinks.
They're asking what our plans for the future is. Besides after Grenada.
Okay. We don't know. We're going to continue to cruise. There's no doubt about that. We've kicked around a couple potential scenarios. I cheers and I didn't drink. So let me do that.
Sorry, Tiger. I was going to get him back up there for you.
Do you want us to? We'll get Rivers back up here if you can bring Tigers back. Tigers and Rivers.
Not all of them have S's in the end.
Yeah, if you can get Tiger to come back, drop us a comment and we'll yell for Rivers to come back up. We catch up to these a little late sometimes.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway.
Well, the first thing we're going to do, this is assuming that by the end of hurricane season, the islands are accessible going back up the island chain. Because our initial plan was to hop down all those to get here and enjoy as much of it as we could on the way down, actually knowing that we wouldn't be able to see them all, even in normal times. And then we probably would have still come back up the other way. So our plan is to go north up the island chain, visit as many places as we can. And then we're kind of unsure what we will do. I think we want to go to the Western Caribbean, right? From that point, we probably shoot for the Western Caribbean for the next hurricane season.
Right.
So how we get there is the question. We may go up the island chain and then hop across, check out Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and then maybe dip south of Cuba and go to the Caymans and then over to Mexico and on down. Excuse me. Or the wild card here is, as always, COVID. If by the end of hurricane season we can't get into a lot of the islands or most of the islands, which is definitely a distinct possibility, then I think we're going to have to just look around and figure out what is open to us and where we can travel to. Because that might mean we go west and go to the ABCs, Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, yeah, ABC. And get to the Western Caribbean, that route, Central America. Because right now those are open.
Right.
That could change too. So there's just a lot. Obviously, everybody's in limbo right now, and we're kind of feel the same way. So we're not planning anything too hard. And then after that, we definitely have aspirations of an Atlantic crossing. That would probably be after the Western Caribbean. We'd come up to the southeast, go across to Bermuda, probably Azores, and then Med and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
So there you have it. That's as much as we know about what we're going to do.
That's probably what 3-4 year plan right there.
Yeah. See, like she said, like Panama is closed right now. So yeah, it's just going to depend on what's open. I guess what route has the most available options for us to go to. Yeah. Is where we'll go.
Luckily, we have that. So yeah, the Atlantic crossing, that's going to be a couple years. So.
Sorry we didn't meet you in Brunswick. We had our heads down working on the boat an awful lot, so we didn't meet as many people as we would have liked there. So
yeah, if anybody ever actually sees us, like, say hi.
These are not SailAway cups. They should be though, shouldn't they? We do have koozies now though, so you can make almost any drink a SailAway drink. That sound like a infomercial.
We're gonna make an infomercial.
Go on over to our website and get your koozies, stickers, hats, and shirts. Yeah. Anything else? I think that's about all we have to tell you today. We just wanted to check in and let you know about our passage.
We made it here. No hurricanes.
Yeah.
All good.
Oh yeah, I forgot our first attempt. We almost lost our paddle boards too. They blew off of the rack. We're still not 100% sure what happened, but that was our fault as well. Again, the prep thing, because the straps hold them on are wimpy little things. Both off the boat, and it was windy as hell and wavy, and so we had to go do a rescue of 2 paddle boards. Got them back, tied them on deck, and then I was able to actually get the brackets fixed and the paddle boards in them and new straps on there, so they're really tied down.
It is
Which
Tampico.
Tampico, you know it's Tampico.
It is Tampico.
That is the definition of a Cecilia.
We
Tampico rum, coconut rum. Yeah, that's pretty much
that's it. We stocked up on like 4 buckets of Tampico before we left. No problem. Let me
Googled
go.
where you are. It's far from here.
It is. Let me go get Rivers one more time before we totally
we'll
say
bring Rivers
goodbye.
up before we sign off from here.
Talking.
We will. I always keep talking. You know, looks like it's gonna rain on us.
It is raining.
We will have another video for you next week. I don't know where we are as far as the video sequence goes. Lauren controls all of that, and I just hop in to mess with the audio. Key West, nice. Jasmine, we miss you too. Miss both you guys. Hey Rivers, I don't know if your buddy who likes to watch our channel is on here or not, but he can always come back and watch this. Can you say hi, Tiger?
Hi, Tiger.
Hi, Tiger. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And all of you, thanks for watching.
Yeah,
we appreciate it so much. This makes it
Now can we go back
that
to
much
my
more
tablet?
fun for us to do this. So,
You.
he saw you.
Good eye.
All right. Well, you guys take care, and we will stay safe. Everybody there too. We're worried about everybody there in the U.S. We hope it all starts to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
Anything else we're missing here? All right. Aunt Kiwi says hi.
He's already
He's
done.
already gone. All right, y'all. We're going to sign off. Thank you very much. And again, we'll see you next week in the regular video.
Back at it. I
Back at
promise this time.
Yeah.
We've got nothing else to do, so if it doesn't get out, like, I'm
No
screwed
excuse.
up.
No excuse.
It's my fault.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Love y'all.
Bye. Bye.